Welcome to the Militia gaming community. I'm Trigger, and today we're going to answer the question, does your wide body, your aero parts, and your vanity tires make you faster in Need for Speed Unbound? Let's go. Before I get into the video, just real quick, if you're looking for any of my builds, you can go to my website. That's militiagamingco.com, click on builds, and then select the game you're looking for. I've got Heat and Need for Speed Unbound there. All right, let's get into it. So recently it's come to my attention that there's a community on YouTube claiming that various parts in the style category have an effect on your car's overall performance. The claim is that certain parts like wide body fenders, diffusers, rims, and even your vanity tire choice make a measurable difference. Now, this claim is an interesting one because to my knowledge, the visual slash style slash customization parts have never affected performance in a Need for Speed game before, so I thought if this was true, it would be a very odd choice for Criterion to make that change because that takes away from what makes Need for Speed games good and makes the game a bit more like Forza Horizon 5. If this claim was correct, then there would be an optimal race setup that involved not only building your car a certain way, but also customizing it a certain way. Meaning you couldn't do the one thing that Need for Speed games have always allowed you to do, and that's customize your ride however you want, at least not if you wanted to have the fastest version of your car. And with such a huge emphasis on customization pre and post launch, it would certainly seem like conflicting strategies coming from the devs, so I decided to go ahead and reach out to my contact at Criterion to confirm or dismiss this claim, which I'll share with you towards the end of the video. But also, I decided to run a few tests of my own to collect some real data. Again, to my knowledge, as of publishing this video, I haven't seen any test data released by this community making the claim, so let's go through what I have, and keep in mind, I'm coming at this from a completely neutral point of view. I don't really care whether the claims are justified or not. What I do care about is the truth and making sure that you guys, the audience, and the players are getting the most accurate information possible. It's what I've built my channel on, and it continues to be a pillar for me. Alright, so here's what I did. I took the 911 RSR and I built it two different ways. First, I'll call this my wide build. Had the widest fenders possible, the Kumo Exta V710 tires, and the $2,400 carbon diffuser. I minimized the ride height and the camber on both the front and rear wheels. Then I built that car in the exact opposite way, which I will call my skinny build. And I'm not fat shaming the wide build, I just couldn't come up with a better name. I used the narrowest fenders, the Toyo Open Country off-road tires, removed the diffuser, and maxed out the ride height and the camber on both the front and rear wheels. By the way, the wide build looks so much better than the skinny build. Also, not skinny shaming either, it's just a fact. I ran each of these builds through 3 different races, 3 times each, for a total of 9 tests per build. I recorded only the fastest times for each race, and those races were Rat Race, Riding the L, and Tourist Trap. Here's the raw data. As you can see, the fat build, the wide build, and the skinny build ran times that were insanely close. The differences between them could be easily explained by driver error, different traffic patterns, resulting in more or less burst NOS, or slightly better or worse lines, and I do mean slightly. And if you add the times up from these 3 races and see what the collective difference is, the wide build has a 508.68 and the skinny build has a 508.37. Only 0.3 of a second separate these 2 builds on these combined times. And again, that's over the course of 9 tests per build. These 2 builds couldn't be more opposite in terms of the parts I changed. And so with this data, I have to conclude that the claims that style parts like fenders, diffusers, tires, and ride stance options do not affect performance at all. With that info though, here is what my contact at Criterion, who will remain nameless in this video in the interest of his privacy, had to say when asked. To your knowledge, do style parts and options affect performance at all? Like even 1%? He said, not to my knowledge, and if it is, it would definitely be a bug. Basically what he's saying is that there was and is no intention of having style or customization options affect the performance of the cars, which I'm actually glad to hear because it means that you're free to customize your car however you want without fear of being at some disadvantage. One last thing before I go, I purposely didn't name the channel making these claims. If you know who they are, please do not put their name in the comments. I do not want any hate or any negativity going their way, nor do I want to highlight or unintentionally promote their misinformation. So get out there, customize your car however you want, and happy racing. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to all the Heat 5 members of the channel. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.